Good morning. In the last lecture, we arrived at equation 3 and equation 4. Equation 3 gives the net amount of vector flux entering into the parallelopiped through phase BCD. Equation 4 gives the net amount of vector flux leaving this parallelopiped through phase FGHR. What should be net amount of flux of the vector leaving the parallelopiped over that entering into the parallelopiped? The net amount of flux of the vector leaving the parallelopiped through phase FGHR that over entering into the parallelopiped BCD. Equation 4 minus equation 3. Net amount of flux of vector leaving the parallelopiped over that entering into the parallelopiped. That is flux leaving minus flux entering. This is flux leaving, this is flux entering. So the net amount of vector flux leaving the parallelopiped over that entering into it will be equation 4 minus equation 3. So the net amount of vector flux leaving the parallelopiped net amount of vector flux leaving the parallelopiped BCD FGHR along x direction or along x axis will be equal to equation 4 minus equation 3. Equation 4 is this one. Let me write it here. Ax into dy dz plus dou Ax by dou x into dx by 2 dy dz minus this one Ax dy dz this is minus this will be plus dou Ax by dou x dx by 2 dy dz. Ax dy dz, this is minus Ax dy dz. This get cancelled with this. Now this is dou Ax by dou x dx by 2 dy dz, dou Ax by dou x dx by 2 dy dz. Both are same terms. This is 1 by 2, this is 1 by 2. If we add these two together, we will simply get dou Ax by dou x into dx dy dz. Equation number 5. So net amount of vector flux leaving the parallelepiped BCDEFGHR along x direction or along x axis is given by equation 5. Dou AX by dou X into dx dy dz, equation number 5. We can do the same thing along z direction. We can do the same thing along y direction. If this is the net amount of flux of vector field leaving the parallelepiped over that entering into it along x axis, what should be along y axis? What should be along z axis? Just write this. This will be changed by dou AY by dou Y for y direction. This will be changed by dou AZ by dou Z for z direction. This is the value of net amount of flux of vector field leaving the parallelepiped over that entering into it along x axis. Along y axis will be this one. Dou AY by dou Y dx dy dz, equation number 6. This is along y axis. Net amount of flux of vector field leaving the parallelepiped over that entering into the parallelepiped along y direction, along y axis is equation number 6, and along z axis is this one. Dou AZ by dou Z into dx dy dz. This is net amount of flux of vector field leaving the parallelepiped over that entering into the parallelepiped along z direction or along z axis. Equation 5, net amount of flux of vector leaving the parallelepiped along x axis. This is along y axis. This is along z axis. When these three directions are taken together, it will give the total amount of flux of vector field leaving the volume of the parallelepiped. So, let me write here. Net amount of flux of vector leaving the volume of BCDEFGHR is this equation plus this equation plus this equation. That is dou AX by dou X dx dy dz plus dou AY by dou Y dx dy dz plus dou AZ by dou Z into dx dy dz. Observe this equation. In the first term dx dy dz is there. In the second term dx dy dz is there. In the third term dx dy dz is there. Let us take common dx dy dz from all the three terms. If dx dy dz is taken common from all the three terms, what will be left? Dou ax by dou x plus dou ay by dou y plus dou az by dou z. Let it write here. When dx dy dz from these three terms is taken common, you may write this as equation number 5. From equation 5, when dx dy dz from these three terms is taken common, we will get this equation. Dou ax by dou x plus dou ay by dou y plus dou az by dou z into dx dy dz. Equation number 6. Now, at the beginning of this article, I have made a definition for divergence of a vector function. I told this definition 3 times. What is the definition? Net amount of flux of a vector field or vector function diverging or converging per unit volume at the point under consideration. The parallelepiped we considered has the length of the edges dx, dy, dz along x direction, y direction, z direction. What is total volume of this parallelepiped? Dx, dy, dz. Dx, dy, dz is total volume of this parallelepiped. What is definition of divergence of a vector? The net amount of flux of a vector function diverging or converging per unit volume. It means that from this equation, if I want divergence of vector A, that is del dot A, what I have to do? I have to divide this equation by dx dy dz. So let me write it here. So this dx dy dz get cancelled with this dx dy dz, and we are left with divergence of vector A or del dot A is equal to this one. Divergence of A is equal to del dot A is equal to dou ax by dou x plus dou ay by dou y plus dou az by dou z. Do you remember this equation? This is divergence of a vector, or this can be further written as del dot A, del dot A. Equation number 8. We are talking about physical interpretation of divergence of a vector, and for that purpose we have derived all these things in 2 lectures. Now, this divergence of A or del dot A may have a positive value or it may have a negative value. This divergence of vector A or del dot A given by this or this may have a positive value, it may have a negative value. When del dot A or divergence of A is positive, it means that the point under consideration is present in the source and volume of the fluid is decreasing. Density of the fluid is decreasing, that is, the fluid is expanding, diverging. Del dot A or divergence of A, if it is positive, it means that the point where we found del dot A or divergence of A, that point is at the source and the density of the fluid is decreasing and the fluid is expanding. For example, you are familiar with tap water. Let us suppose this is a tap. How water is coming out through this tap? This tap is acting as source. We are taking divergence here. What is happening? When the water is coming out the tap, we know that it is diverging this way. Here the divergence is positive. You can find this example for tap water. If you are from farmer family, you might have seen the water coming out from a pipe, from a borewell or a well which is given to the crops for harvesting purpose. The water coming out through the pipe is also of this type. What is happening here? The flow is diverging. It is diverging, and therefore the divergence will be positive, and whenever the divergence is positive, the point where the divergence taken is the point at a source. This is meaning of positive divergence. If the divergence of a vector is not positive, if it is negative, negative divergence means convergence, coming from all sides and collected at one place. Convergence. If the divergence is negative, it means that it is convergence. And the point where you have taken the divergence of a vector field is the point at a sink, not at a source. The point at a sink, and the density of the fluid is increasing and the fluid is compressing. The density of the fluid is increasing and the fluid is compressing. If divergence of a vector function is negative, it means that it is corresponding to convergence, and the point where the divergence of a vector function is coming negative, that point is at the sink. SINK. That point is sink, and what is happening at that point? Density of the fluid is increasing and the fluid is compressing. Do you know example of this? In your kitchen you have a sink. In your kitchen you have a sink like this. In your kitchen you have a sink like this. For what purpose the sink is used in the kitchen? Wastewater is to be thrown outside the kitchen. For what purpose sink is used in the kitchen? Sink is used in the kitchen to throw away the wastewater outside the kitchen. What is happening? You are throwing the wastewater this way, and when it is going out, it is going this way through a pipe. It is coming from all sides and going through this pipe. Convergence. The wastewater coming from all sides and get converging. So when it is converged, its density will increase and the fluid will be compressing. This is one example. The other example is, if you visited a well in a farm, the pipe inside the well, if this is the well, okay, and this is the pipe taking out water from the well. This sort of bladder is there at the end of the pipe inside the water in the well. This is known as bladder. This is known as bladder. What is happening when you start the motor? Water from all sides coming to this bladder enters into it through this pipe. It is taken to the field for crops. What is happening? Water coming from all sides moving into the bladder. Water is converging. When water is converging, it gets compressed, and when it gets compressed, its density is increasing. This is what the physical interpretation of divergence of a vector function. I shall repeat it. When the divergence of a vector point function is positive, it means that the point where you have taken divergence of the vector point function is at the source. The fluid is expanding, diverging, its density is decreasing. When the divergence of a vector point function is negative, it means that the point where you have taken the divergence of a vector point function is at the sink. Sink may be this, sink may be this. And what is happening at the sink? Convergence takes place. Because of convergence, the fluid or the liquid is compressing. Because of compressing of the liquid, what is happening? Density of the fluid is increasing. These are simple examples for understanding of. These are simple examples for understanding of physical interpretation of divergence of a vector. Now you may have a question in your mind. If divergence is positive, this thing is happening. If divergence is negative, this thing is happening. Somebody may ask, sir, the divergence is not positive, the divergence is not negative, it is zero. What is happening? Certainly this question may come to your mind. Divergence is positive, this thing is happening. Divergence is negative, this thing is happening. What will happen if divergence is zero? If divergence is zero, it means that the point where you have taken divergence of a vector point function is not a source, is not a sink. There is no divergence, there is no convergence, there is no compression, there is no expansion, there is no decrease in density, there is no increase in density. See what I am saying? When the divergence is positive, this thing is happening. The liquid, the fluid is expanding. The point where we have taken divergence is at this source, density is decreasing. If divergence of a vector point function is negative, this thing is happening. The point where you have taken the divergence is at this sink. The liquid is compressing, the density is increasing. What will happen if divergence is zero? If divergence of a vector point function is zero, it means that you have taken divergence at a point which is not at this source, which is not at this sink. One thing. The point is such that there is no expansion of the fluid, there is no compression of the fluid. The density is not increasing. The density of the liquid or fluid is not increasing. The density of the fluid or liquid is not decreasing. Such a vector point function is known as solenoidal vector point function. If we are getting divergence of a vector point function A is equal to 0, it means that the vector point function A is solenoidal. Solenoidal, not converging, not diverging. Density of the fluid not changing, not decreasing, not increasing. Volume is not expanding, not compressing. If such a vector point function is there, that vector point function will be solenoidal vector point function. So you have to remember all these things when you are asked to discuss about physical interpretation of divergence of a vector point function. I have solved each and every step needed for understanding of this article. At the same time, I have explained each and every mathematical equation. Hope you got it. For any doubt, you may interact with me. Thank you.